Race 3, Week 3, Season 3, Imola. Um, yeah, seeing how I did my last race, getting punted early on in the accident, making me recover points. Here I am down back into the high 1400s. I have set a 146 qualifying lap, which is good enough for 8th place. Again, I should be able to do faster than that, but just not making it happen for some reason. So let's see how this race starts off. I am in 8th place. I'm on the right-hand side of the track. I'd rather be on the left. You can see me there as number 10, sliding into the middle of the track and then trying to squeeze my way into the left, which I'm able to do. Still in 8th position because I want to be on the inside here, because when accidents happen, you get a little tap there, but nothing bad. But when accidents happen, they tend to happen there. And so we find ourselves in 7th place, but closely contested as we come down this straight. Driver takes the inside. I'm going to play it cautious. My tires are cold. Another driver's going to try to take position. I get in front of him. He goes to the inside. We're 3 abreast going into this turn, so I take it really wide just to be cautious, which is going to have me currently in 9th position, but fighting against 8th on the inside. And this is a left turn, so I got to be cautious. Everybody's driving like maniacs. Really, really pushing it the first lap. So I'm just trying to be a little cautious. And let me settle into 10th position at this point. So I've lost 2 positions overall. Driver off the road gives me another position back. I'm in 9th. Chicane on cold tires. I am right on Jan in front of me. But right behind me is Marc-Andre. I get a decent exit out of there, but I think Mark gets a much better exit. And he's drafting off me, so he's got pace. I'm not going to just give it to him, though. I'm squeezing him a little bit to the left. But I want to give him room. But he gets a good pass done. He's on the inside here if he can pull this off, which he does. I swing a little wide because I'm aware that he's right there. I'm going to squeeze. Trying to squeeze Roman there, but I'm unable to get that done. And Omar from our previous race starts to go through, but then loses it. He then causes a collision behind us, taking out 3 cars. I'm in 11th place at this point. Get a little tap from KC there behind me, who is being a little on the aggressive side in that turn. So in 11th spot, not where I wanted to be, down from 8th. I've lost 3 positions due to the aggressive driving at the beginning, but I'd rather finish the race than wind up not finishing the race like previous times. So here we go, pushing on. We're in 11th place. I would gain 8 I rating were I to finish this race in this position. KC slings to the inside. He's going to get that move done. It was a good pass. So that drops me down to 12th position, losing a point of I rating if the race finishes at this position. So I'm a little frustrated with myself. Maybe I should have been a little more aggressive right in the beginning, not allow people to get past me. But I think some of that went to my track position as well. So I'm going to have to go back and restudy that to look at where I placed myself that allowed people to just squeeze by me. All right, so in 12th place, now the tires have settled in. We are into lap 3, and I'm feeling like now everything's settled in. I can maybe push a little bit. I'm determined to get this point back from KC if I can do it. Mistake of a downshift there. It's going to cost me another 2/10. I'm about 1.2 seconds behind KC now with 1.3 seconds to Julian behind me. And I am determined that I am not going to lose any more positions. We're only on lap 3, but I'm going to defend for all it's worth through the rest of the race if I have to. Julian 7/10 behind me, so likely probably going to pass me. The problem with defending this early into a race is that it's going to slow you down. 2 drivers off the road right there allow me to move up to 10th position. So, okay, Julian right behind me, 4/10. I am 1.7 behind the driver in front of that. Perfect exit through there. Julian 6/10 behind me. I'm 1.1 to Marc-Andre in front of me. I've opened up to Julian 9/10. Closed up to Mark 1 second. Seven tenths to Mark at this point. Weakest part of my track right here. Good exit though. Good exit. Julian is definitely closing up to me. Though consistently he is a little bit faster by about 1/10 to 2/10 a lap. Five tenths behind me, Julian. 1.2 ahead of me, Mark. Good exit out of that for me. Gained 3/10 on Mark going through that. Again, my focus here is in front of me, not behind me. I think if I focus on behind me and defending behind me, I end up making mistakes and it slows my race down. 7/10 to Mark, Julian 3/10 behind me. Unless I'm able to break Julian behind me, he's going to get me down the straightaway. And he loses it. I'm going to back that up just so you can see that in case you missed it. Coming through this turn. Julian loses it. I'm in 10th position. Heiko behind me 2.5 seconds. So, frees me up from the pressure behind me a little bit. Now I'm just continuing to focus on Mark in front of me. I'm a second behind him. Gonna skip forward a lap to lap 6. Nothing changes there. Heiko's still behind me. I have fallen off of Mark. I'm at 1.7 behind him. Let's get forward another lap. Still in 10th position. Heiko 1.6 behind me, me 1.4 to Mark. And then finally skipping to lap 8. 1.5 to Mark with Heiko 9/10 behind me. Catching up to me too. Still in 10th place. This is lap 9 that we are on. And I'm aware that I've seen Heiko closing in on me, but I'm also closing in again on Mark where I was losing out to him before. But the problem is Heiko's closing up to me faster than I'm closing it up to Mark. It's so interesting when you're driving that you think of 1 second as a tremendous amount of time. You know, it's really not. You think a half a second, anything below half a second is really close, but 1.1 second, 1.2 seconds seems so far away. Decent exit out of there for me. Mark's still 1.2, 1.3 ahead of me. Heiko 4/10 behind me. And boom, Mark loses control, goes off the road. I'm now in 9th position, but Heiko is closing in fast. I actually get on the radio at this point, and although my coaches said don't necessarily say, hey, I'm going to let you pass, I've told Heiko, if you get up here, I'm going to provide plenty of room. Don't do anything dangerous. I'm not going to necessarily just let him pass, but I'm not going to just, I'm not, you know, I want him to be cautious and be aware I'm going to be cautious. So he doesn't try anything risky. At this point, I'd be gaining 25 iRating. If I lose out to Heiko, I'm gaining 20. Julian behind Heiko is 5.5 seconds behind me. Jan is 3.7 seconds ahead of me, and I am not closing in to Jan. Heiko a half a second behind me. Heiko 4/10 behind me going down the straightaway. He's going to gain on me here because he's in my slipstream. Probably by the end, he's going to be 3/10, I'm guessing. Yep, 3/10. So getting incrementally closer and closer. He gets a great run through there, bringing him 2/10 behind me. Now I'm focused on him. And honestly, at this point, I don't want him to try something risky. He went through that last chicane really fast. I'm going to provide plenty of room and swing wide here. He gets the inside and gets the move done. I swung too wide there. Just took my eye off the ball for a second and gave him a little bit too much room. I'm 3/10 behind Heiko, hoping I can take this back. But he is pulling away quickly. And behind me, 3.5 seconds is Julian, who was 5 seconds behind me at one point. I think part of it too was allowing Heiko to just pass there meant I'm not fighting with him and drawing me even further, slowing both of us down and drawing us further to Julian. All right, so you're going to see a series of laps here that are incrementally, just fast laps around the track as I stay in 10th position. But Julian's pace is going to begin catching up. So we are entering lap 12. I'm going to skip forward a lap. Lap 13, Julian is 3.1 seconds behind me. Heiko is 1.5 ahead. Lap 14, and Julian is 2.09 with Heiko 1.4 ahead of me. I'm not catching up to Heiko, but I'm not losing out to him. But Julian is closing the gap on me a bit. He's at 2.5 seconds, and he's clearly pushing hard. It's a difference between 17 and 7 points gained in iRating. I'm going to skip forward one more lap just so you can see what happens. Julian, 1.3 seconds. He gained a full second on me that lap. My tires are shredded. I can feel that they're not sticking like they were. I am right behind Heiko at 4/10. I think Nico in front of him is holding him up, which is now slowing me down just a little bit, allowing Julian to catch up. So Julian is 1 second behind me at this point. And I am now getting a little concerned and being a bit defensive as I'm determined to finish this lap in 10th position. Again, started in, I think, 8th or 9th. .3 to Heiko. I am right on him, but not being able to pass him is slowing me down and allowing Julian to catch up. Julian's at 6/10. I'm determined to hold on to this position. 1/10 behind Heiko. Maybe I should have bailed to the inside there to try to get a move done on him. But to the inside comes Julian, who's now 2/10 behind me. All I have to do is make it through 3 more turns. This one at full speed, and then these two. Julian goes to the inside, trying to get the move done. Looks like he's got it. I'm going to squeeze him a little bit so I get a better run out of this exit. And it is a drag race to the finish line. We have a little contact there. And I'm able to cross the finish line just ahead of him. And so let's see what happens to our results there. All right. As a result of that race, I gained 25 iRating, pushing me back up to 1510 above the 1500 mark. I lose a little bit of safety rating due to a few off-tracks and collisions. I started in 10th place. I started in 8th place. I finished in 9th, so somebody must have either got disqualified or fell off there. And my fastest lap was a 1:46.3. I can do faster than that. But pretty exciting finish to that race. I was determined not to lose that position if I could hold it. And I was able to barely hold on to it. So I come in 9th position. I gain a little bit of iRating. I'm back up into the 1500 section. I'd like to get to 2,000 by the end of this season. It's looking less and less likely unless I start gaining more points more frequently. So we'll see how it goes. But so far, I'm coming in mid-pack at Imola. Not where I want to be necessarily. I'd rather be up more at the front of the pack. But I am driving against racers that are a little bit faster than me. But I can get more out of this than I am. And I need to make that happen. If I'm gonna gain additional points, I'm gonna need to unlock the speed of the car here a little bit. So I think I'll go back to Bernardo's video, watch that, and see where I'm making some significant mistakes that I can maybe improve upon. I know that my slowest points are 5 and 6 and 11 and 12, though I'm getting better at 11, 12. And I'm getting better at 5 and 6, but I can do that a little bit faster. So that's where I've got to focus my practice. We've only got 2 more days of racing here. I may get one more race in today, the 4th of July, and maybe one tomorrow. We'll see. But thanks for watching.